I think
Iga
did a great job to get to number one. She won Rome and Madrid.
Hi, I'm Christian Bassnight, and welcome back to Christian's Court, where I cover tennis from all angles. Iga Swiatek has continued her clay dominance this season, winning her third title in Rome and 21st overall, beating Aryna Sabalenka in the final 6-2, 6-3. Iga did not drop a set the entire tournament en route to the title, beating three slam champions in Angelique Kerber, Coco Gauff, and then of course Sabalenka. Iga is now the third woman to win the Rome and Madrid double in both the same season, since the Queen Serena Williams did it back in 2013. Iga has now won her last 9 WTA finals, and this one marks her fourth this year, and all four of her tournaments won this year are actually 1,000 tournaments, which is crazy. This is her 10th career WTA 1000 overall, and this just further solidifies her reign as the queen of the 1,000 tournaments. Now, I knew it was going to be an uphill battle for Sabalenka in this match because the Rome conditions favor Iga much more than they do in Madrid, and of course Iga won their match in Madrid in the Spanish capital a couple weeks back in an epic 3-hour thriller. However, Aryna had a chance to make this match much more competitive than what it was, so let's get into what went wrong for the world number 2 and what went right for the world number 1. Now, as I mentioned in my preview, I felt that Iga was going to be the player to make more tactical adjustments after their Madrid match, and I was right. In Spain, Sabalenka was able to control a lot of the baseline exchanges as she remained close to the baseline and often changed direction to get the Polish woman on the move. This time around though, Swiatek improved her own court positioning and pushed Aryna further behind the baseline, which made it harder for her to pull off those same down the line shots on the run especially. Swiatek was able to get the first break of the match in the third game, and she took advantage of second serve looks from Sabalenka, attacking them and putting immense pressure right back on the Belarusian. In my preview also, I mentioned how I thought Iga should do what Aryna did a bit more in that Madrid match, which was, take some of her shots up the line, and that's exactly what she did herself. And that play worked beautifully for her, as she often wrong-footed the 6-foot Belarusian. I felt that Aryna also pressed too much on some of her ground strokes and made considerably more unforced errors, and I think a lot of that is once again due to the slower conditions in Rome and Iga being able to get more balls back in play here. I think that Aryna also did not use the drop shot nearly enough as she should have. I think that was a good play for her in much of her matches, and I think that it would have been a good play here against Iga instead of having to blast, being able to throw in the change of pace with the drop shot. I think could have kept Iga on her toes, and whenever she did kind of do the drop shot, she won most of the points, so definitely a missed opportunity for her there. Sabalenka's serve also was not able to get her out of trouble like it did in Madrid, and she did not hit her spots well enough at all, which allowed Swiatek to neutralize before using her heavy weight of shot to ultimately take control of the point. And I think that Iga found more success using the heavier spins due to them playing at sea level in the Foro Italico rather than at the higher altitude in Madrid. Iga, meanwhile, held her serve with relative ease, and she did not face a single break point at all in the opening set, despite only serving at 38%. Now, she did win 89% of points when she did get the first serve in, and she claimed 60% of second serve points compared to Sabalenka's mere 36%. The body serve really troubled Aryna a lot in this match, especially in the opener, as she did not really know how to handle it at all. Now, in the second set, Aryna came out hitting the ball much cleaner and actually hit more winners in the first 2 games of the second set than she had in the entire opening set, which is incredible to think about. Sabalenka earned 5 break points in that second set to go up 2-love, but of course she was unable to convert. On the first break point, it was a strong 1-2 punch from Iga. Second break point, it was an excellent body serve from her for the service winner. And then on the third break point, it was a clutch body serve, second serve, followed by a down the line backhand winner. So on those first 3 break points, really nothing much Sabalenka could do. However, on the fourth break point, it was truly a missed opportunity, and that's the one that Sabalenka is going to be thinking about the most, as she netted a routine mid-court forehand. And then on the 5th break point, Swiatek got another easy point from jamming her opponent on that serve. Then on the following return game, while Sabalenka was up 2-1, she had 2 additional break points. On the first break opportunity, Iga took advantage of a weak return from Sabalenka and finished the point with another wrong foot winner. And then on the second break point, Sabalenka barely missed a return deep. From that point forward, though, Iga cruised throughout her remaining service games, and she did not face another break point in the match, thanks to her higher first serve percentage of 65%, which enabled her to control more of the baseline rallies and beat Sabalenka to the punch up the line. Sabalenka held one more time for the entire match, but she was broken in her final 2 service games to ultimately lose it. I think that Aryna just lost focus overall after fumbling those break opportunities, and I think she definitely lost her mojo. And honestly, she could have had a 5-love lead to open the second set. You know, I am disappointed because Aryna was playing a lot better to start that second set, and I think this match could have been another great one between these two. But at the end of the day, Iga was simply the more clutch player of the two and was more solid when it came down to the important moments, and that's just how champions are made. Swiatek is actually the tour leader in breakpoint save too, so she's literally the most clutch player on tour right now. I was going to go a bit in on my girl Aryna for not giving us that enthralling final that many anticipated, but I honestly applaud her for even making it this far to begin with. You know, coming back from that heartbreaking loss in Madrid after fumbling those 3 match points, and then 2, she was suffering from an illness after that Madrid final. She was able to come through that. And then she also saved 3 match points against Aryna Sabalenka in their 4th round. She took down 4 seeds to even make the stage, all while dealing with injury problems too. So kudos to her for fighting through. She will be disappointed though to go without another 1,000, but her time is coming. She will get another 1,000 tournament in due time. Now, speaking of 1,000s, I honestly think it's crazy to think about how Iga went 16 months without 1,000 title from Rome 2022 to Beijing 2023. Now she's won 4 out of the last 5 1,000 tournaments. It's literally insane, and I think, God forbid, any injury or other circumstance, she'll be a serious contender, a player of discussion for the GOAT debate in, you know, a decade or so. Now, looking ahead to Roland Garros, which is about a week and a half away or 2 weeks away, and thinking about people who can possibly prevent Iga from winning her 4th title in Paris, I think first starting with Sabelanka, who actually said in her runner-up speech that she will be trying to get Iga back should they face one another in the Roland Garros final. You know, even she didn't look too confident about that. Sabalenka showed in Madrid that she can, of course, beat Iga on clay, but, you know, those conditions in Spain are much different from those in Paris. Rybakina, of course, handed Iga her last 2 clay losses, actually, and if she remains healthy, the Kazakh can definitely do the job. Importantly, opponents need to find a way to make Iga uncomfortable on serve with their own serve because she's already so tough on return. I think it's going to take a big server, honestly, who has a really strong service day to trouble Iga in Paris. Speaking of the serve, if that shot is on for Coco Gauff, the American can definitely do damage. I was very impressed by her form in Rome. Iga also has not progressed as deep in the slams recently. Of course, you know, she won Roland Garros last year, and the slams that she lost early at were on hard and grass, but you know, that's definitely still something to keep an eye out for. Overall though, I think Iga just has that intimidation factor when it comes down to playing the French. I foresee her honestly having something similar to Rafael Nadal, maybe not winning 14 titles at the French Open, but definitely like 7+ at least. She will be going for the 3-peat here, and the last time she lost at Roland Garros was in 2021, where she fell to Maria Sakkari in the quarterfinals. Sakkari probably played the best match of her life to win that, and it's honestly probably going to take that for a player in order to beat Iga, you know, in Paris. A lot of this, of course, will be reliant on the draw, which will be released this Thursday on May 23rd, so stay tuned for that. That's all I have for this video. Let me know your thoughts on today's final and whether you feel that Iga is the overwhelming favorite for the French Open, or if you think that she can be stopped indeed. Make sure y'all subscribe and click the notification bell so you all are notified whenever I do post my Roland Garros Women's Draw preview. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time here on Christian's Court.